So here I sit back at Walmart at the bus stop here, waiting on the 15L. I took the 15 from downtown up here. 15L comes in about 10 minutes or less. It goes right up to the motel. Got a few things I'll get rid of out of my bag. I'm back up here tonight to do some more shopping for my tea and stuff. I love this weather's great. I think it's not humid. It's kind of not cool, but I mean it's really comfortable in the shade. It's a little bit warmer in the sun, but it's beautiful. We'll probably get some more hot days, but I mean we're in down on the downhill slope now as far as the hot weather. Could be more hurricane activity, but we don't. What hurricane was it? I guess it's been years ago. Uh, Came through. We got some rain, a lot of rain from it. But I've had fun talking about my past stories. I'm thinking a lot of Rich Scott because he's the guy that I knew back in the Carolina Opry days, and he's a Facebook friend now. I'm sorry I've been sending you so many videos, Rich. But I'm a singer-songwriter, an artist. I haven't really been playing my guitar much lately, but I can again, and I will. And I'm a storyteller. I like telling. I thought about writing a book one time. I've been through not just my wild and crazy love life, but I mean I've had some interest. My father got a guitar lesson from Earl Scruggs in 1962. Earl was on his way back from filming the Beverly Hillbillies. Came through Roanoke. Roanoke was a hub of Piedmont at that time. That was the Southeastern Airline then. His flight got delayed, and the man put in charge of entertaining him for the afternoon, Boots Mercer was his name, lived across the street from us, brought Earl by our house. I was at school, I missed it. And my dad was trying to learn to play that Carter style of finger picking, and Earl's a good guitar player and does that well too. And Dad, there's somewhere out there in tape land, she's even still alive, my stepmother, or my half sister Julie. There's reel to reel tapes, all kinds of stuff. He recorded Earl's lesson. Then we flew on a Piedmont prop jet that kind of two propeller went through the clouds and down to Madison, Tennessee, where Earl was from. I was flown into Nashville, but we got to Madison eventually. Anyway, and Dad was working for Prentice Hall at that time, and he was trying to get Earl to publish a banjo book, a book teaching his unique style of banjo. His wife was his manager. She didn't want to do it right then, so that never happened. Dad was a salesman, basically. He was in education some too, had a master's in English, and when he was in Myrtle Beach, he was a professor at Coastal out there for a while. But anyway, he what was I going to tell you? Oh, in 1969, I guess it was, the Christmas of '68. I got out of I got to take my exams early so we could go to California that January. We flew to New York first. I almost got to see the Broadway show Hair, but they were sold out. So we went to see I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, Georgia, and the big Broadway show with Joel Grey playing the lead part. Then we flew to San Francisco. We stayed in Carmel. We went to Monterey and the Big Sur and all that stuff. Here comes the bus. But we went to the Bing Crosby Open Golf Pro-Am Golf Tournament. And movie stars like Sean Connery. Sean Connery, Clint Eastwood, James Garner, Dean Martin, all these big movie stars were there. Sean Connery came and I was right at the tee there, waiting for them to hit their ball. And Hold on, I gotta get situated here. Sean came and stood so close to me. I was about 14 then, I guess, that he blurred on the whole movie that I took of it. But yeah, he had a stupid looking orange hat on. It didn't matter. That was James Bond. He was the most impressive one in person. Clint Eastwood was, but he didn't have his Western gear on and his golf shoes or whatever. Didn't quite have the same effect. Little windbreaker. I always worry about my shirt covering up. I just seem to not worry about covering up my mole. But anyway, and I asked the doc, it's okay. It's not nothing to worry about. There's a mole in. So and then there was I got my dad to Clint Eastwood was standing near this concession stand, and I got my dad to home film me standing beside Clint like I was his friend or something. And I had this Coke and I was trying to be cool, but I was drinking it really fast. It kind of gave me away, but yeah, I did a lot of traveling with him, more than one trip. I'll take one story leads me to another. He was lived in Washington D.C. for a while. He was part of a company called Behavioral Resource Laboratories. They developed a program learning labs and stuff. And he was in D.C. getting grants to do stuff for schools or whatever. And my parents were still together. We went to Hampton Beach, I guess, Chamberlain Hotel, not too far from North, and then up to D.C., not terribly far from that. It was a kind of excuse to have a vacation, for us. And we got to go. It had a pool. Yeah, it wasn't a beach we really got to there, but there was a pool. And there was a guy that had a restaurant with a guy playing in the lounge, kind of like I ended up doing. I was about 14 at that time. But Dad talked to the guy, I can't let my son get up and play a song. I don't know why I had learned this or why I did it, but I did. A boy named Sue. Well, my dad left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much for Mom and me. This old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him because he running hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, I must have thought this was quite a joke. Got along out from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would give when I'd get bread, some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I roamed from town to hide my shame. Well, I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search those honky tonks and bars and kill that man and give me that awful name. Well, it's Captain Bird in mid-July. The time when my throat was dry, and I ought to stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on the street of mud, there a table filled with studs, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his equal eye. He was big, mean, ugly, and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die," I told him. I hit him hard up between the eyes. He went down with a knife surprise, come up with a knife and cut a piece of my ear. Well, I busted a chair across his teeth, crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud, the blood, and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and a bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He said, "They're looking at me," and I thought, "Gun." This road was rough, man's gonna make it. It's gotta be tough. I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give it that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. This name is help to make you strong. Now you just fought one hell of a fight. I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you did. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and spit in your eye. Because I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. What could I do? I don't cook up and I threw down my gun. I called him a paw and he called me a son. I come away with a different point of view. Well, think about it now and then. Every time I try, every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'll name him Bill, George, anything but Sue. I remember, I can't remember all the words for that. And I did then. I was 14 years old. the beginning of my career as a solo act. Okay, that's a good place to stop. I'll talk to you later.